Welcome guys to another video. Today we are going to do a question where we have to move all the negative elements to the right side of the array or the left side of the array. So we are going to consider that we have to move all the negative elements to the left side of the array. So the question is pretty simple. Basically, we will be given an array where it can be like this, 10 minus 7, 22, 7 minus or 8 or minus 9, where we have to move all the negative elements to the left side of the array or to the right side of the array. Basically, they don't require that you have to maintain the order. So basically, the brute force approach or the naive approach would be to use sorting algorithm, any sorting algorithm, or you can use the already present sort method to sort this array, and you will have your answer. You will have all the negative elements on the left side of the array, and that's pretty much it. So the sort will take an time of big of n log n. You already know that. So this is not the best approach, but it's an option. Next, we can look at the optimal solution that we can do here. So basically, you can see we have an array. We have to move all the negative elements to the one side and all the positive elements to the right side. If you remember in the previous question, we have done something similar where we swapped negative or means zeros, ones and twos to one side. This question is pretty same. So we are gonna use the same approach but with two pointers, and there we used 3 pointers, but here we will be using 2 pointers. For example, this is pointer I and this is pointer J, and let's take at the look at the rules. There are three rules for doing this question. First rule is, if you can see here, uh, element of I, that is array of I, is greater than equal to 0 and element of J is less than 0, meaning one jth element is negative and the ith element is positive, then you have to do is a swap the ith element with the jth element. That's all. And after that, do I plus plus and j minus minus. This I or j, that can be anything, low, high, whatever you take. So this is the first condition, and here you can see this is the same condition that is meeting the requirements. So we are just gonna swap these elements. So after swapping, it will be -9 and it will be 10. After doing this, we have to do I plus plus, that, and then I will come here and j will come here. Now we can see that the condition is not meeting. So let's look at another condition, that is, if a of I is less than 0, then you just have to do I plus plus. This is the second condition, and here you can see it is already negative, then you just do I plus plus. I is here. Now you can see that none of the conditions are meeting. Then the last condition that I was talking about is a of j, if it is greater than equal to 0, then we have to do j minus minus. Okay, we will do a j minus minus and it will come here. Now you can see this is the first condition. The aith element is positive and the jth element is negative. Then we will do a swap here. It will become 20 and it will become minus 7. After that, I will be also here, J will also be here. So we can see that the condition says if ai is less than 0, I plus plus, but it is not the case. Then we will be looking at the last case, which is a of j is greater than equal to 0. Then we are gonna do a j minus minus and j will come here. And when it comes here, the last condition where you will be checking here, it is while I is less than equal to j. This is the condition where you have to check these three conditions: first, second, and third. After you do this, you will have this kind of array where you have already done all the negative elements to the one side. This is minus 9, minus 7. This is also minus 7. This is 2. This is 20, 8, and 10. This is the array that you will get. Okay. Now let's look at the code. What will be the code for this? I didn't find any question on the lead code or Geek for Geese, so I will be providing this solution here. You can just take a look at this solution and be sure that this will run if this question comes. So basically, you will be given an array. So let's see, this is the function where we have to write, and we are given an array arr or something else, and we are also given the length of the array, that is n. So what we will do is we will assign int low equal to 0 and high, which is basically n minus 1, and we will start with our condition while low is less than equal to high. This is the condition we have to do looping, where we will start by going into the first condition, where we will be checking if arr of low is greater than equal to 0 and arr of high is less than 0. If this condition is true, we will be doing basically a swap, where we will be swapping the array with low and high value. After the swap is complete, we will be doing a low plus plus and high minus minus. After that, second condition that we were gonna check is array of low is less than 0. If it is, then what we have to do is low plus plus plus. This is the only thing we have to do. And the last condition is if array of high is greater than equal to 0, then we have to do a high minus minus. This is the only code that is required, and this will be done is big O of n. This is the time complexity that you will be using. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you guys.